Welcome back to Full Moon Flock and Stock. I want to do a quick little video here. Right there is a 100-gallon stock tank. We had to swap that out for this. We had this one in here originally, and Betty decided to knock it over this morning or late last night. So we hooked up our little tank setup. It's not the best, but it helps get the job done. We try to reuse and make things work best as possible around here. And I will say, we're not always right, because every farm or operation, I don't care if you're a homesteader or not, which we aren't, but there's always messes, always screw ups, or things that aren't right or need to be adapted and changed. But it's just how you do it, how you handle it. And we kind of handle things pretty decently. I will show you a screw up here. So this is our new feeder pen that we're built. We got to hook up the wire, and we're just gonna use like a cattle panel or hog panel for this opening. The opening's like 10 feet. That was one of the best things I did, because we won't have a problem getting in and out of here for feed or bales, or even if we wanted to, back up the trailer right to it. But right now, my screw up is, you see that wire there? That's a good amount of wire left over. Well, I started at that corner, went around, brought it back through, all the way over back to there. Sorry if I made anybody sick watching that, but I should have made my openings and started here, went all the way around, and then ended here. So that was not good. So I had to cut a hole. So now when we go to move, we're going to take this fence with us. We're going to actually have to have two pieces now. So it's going to be fun to roll up. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to roll it up in the winter when we're going to be moving. It'll happen in the spring, because we got to reclaim, you know, all of this area for my in-laws. But one other thing we did here, which I think should be pretty decent, brought in this big square bale of straw, and we took this old tank, had a hole in the bottom, and I cut a big hole in there. And we will take this straw, throw some of it in there for a nice thick layer of bedding for the piglets. There is a hatch on the top, which I'm going to look and see if I can actually find the top to this. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll just grab a piece of plywood and put a couple of screws in it to hold it down. And this will be a nice area for the pigs. We will put a thing of electric across that gate so they don't push on the cattle panel. That'll be on the outside. I don't think we're gonna make another wood panel, because my wife has trouble lifting them, and I usually run the skid steer more or the tractor more coming in and out of these pens. So we'll have a bulk feeder in here that can pick up or hold about 800 pounds, I think, 800 to 1,000. It's actually that smaller one right there. So we're gonna get that cleaned up, filled. It'll be brought into here, and I'm hoping by the end of the week we can start putting some of our young stock in here, get them out of the barn, and then have more room in the barn. Because one thing we learned this week, we went and tried to get Betty into our crate system so we could work with her piglets, you know, give them their vaccinations, their iron shot, and cut the males. And she decided not to cooperate, so we got help coming in tomorrow night after work, and we're gonna get her loaded in the crate and work with her babies. But the one good thing we have about having them in the barn to farrow or in with huts, we didn't have the Smidley hut available. The Smidley hut, we can put the piglets in there and be protected from the sows. So Betty is not an aggressive sow, but when you're working with her piglets, you never know. So that's always one thing you want to be careful of, is safety of the sow and yourself and the piglets. You don't want anything to happen to anybody that's not supposed to happen. But we just want to do this quick little video to kind of show you some of the stuff. And just always remember, nobody's perfect. Everybody has different practices and everything, but you always want to make sure that you're looking out for the best for your pigs. There's some controversial things out there we won't get into right now, but eventually we will broach that. Make sure the pigs are happy and healthy, because if the pigs aren't healthy, it's not good for anybody. We try to give them as many good days as possible on the farm. But this group here, we weaned out their mamas, so these guys are starting to grow. The one group is a week older and they look way better, so we'll see. They're enjoying their life. But from Full Moon Flock and Stock, have a good day.